Alright, Phil Taurus.
Dr. Peppers.
You wake up before everyone else.
It's not opened yet, so I just got them.
My fridge.
Oh.
Also, is your push to talk on?
Nope. None of them are.
Can I do a talk to push?
Now it is.
And now it is enforced. So everybody remember to go enable it quick. Anyways, Phil Taurus, you wake up before everybody else to head over to Sir Holtz's establishment so that you could do your early morning shopping. The air today is nice, crispy frost that you've grown accustomed to. The 21 or so days you guys have been here. Correction, 23 days. And only momentarily there are little peaks of sunlight coming from the west. One of them catches your eye as you're about halfway that a ways. The townsfolk seem to be fast asleep still. Your question?
Are we still getting more sunlight that what's his face is out of the picture?
There is still sunbeams peeking in that are bright enough to remind you of the sun you were familiar with. And that's the kind of sunbeams that are peeking through this morning.
Does it look like it's still increasing in density, or does it look like it's steady or lowering again?
From moment to moment, it ebbs and flows throughout the day. And at all times, it's never consistent. Even the nighttime has been broken by rays of sun. But you can't put your finger on if it's consistent increase or decrease.
I go up and knock on the door.
The door opens and he greets you. Morning. Come on in then. Let's have a discussion here about what I can do for you. So, what were you exactly in the business for? Your weapons?
I would like to see your options, first of all. I don't know what we have here.
He walks you into his abode, and you see that at this current moment, pretty much every surface, every desk space that he has available to him, he's adorned it with all of the various accessories. As you can see here, pretty much, I've done a lot of work on the weapons in this region, so the weapons coming in from outside, and I've done a lot of work on the weapons outside of here as well. A couple commissions have taken me outside of Barovia from time. Worked on them, but I mean, if you're in the market for any kind of modifications to your scopes, modifications to your barrels, and pretty much
you've been able to come and go Barovia as you please?
I haven't left in a very long time. It's well, it's weird, you know, that curse that pushes people back. I seem to be able to pierce it.
Have you ever tried holding hands with someone and taking them with you?
Never traveled with company, no.
I see.
If you pull up your Doobly Dingus, the firearms of Barovia, that is there, as well as you see two other objects that catch your eye. You see a sight that is completely out of place amongst the various different weapon accessories, and you see a barrel that itself is adorned with runes out of place.
You said firearms of Barovia. I should have looked at this in advance. I knew this was going to happen. So what's so special about this site you have and barrel?
Okay, so two things here. I'm glad I went to those, but they're not exactly easy to part with. So I'll cover this barrel first. So basically, I did some work with someone a long while back, taking out trolls in a mountain pass, and I needed something that could reliably keep trolls from coming back to full health. So this fucking wizardly folk guy, can't even remember his name right now. Well, me and him put together a lot of coin, and he put in these etchings along this thing. Essentially, the bullet, as it's traveling along the barrel, it's gonna superheat that bullet, and by the time it hits its target, there's gonna be smoke coming out of the wound. Let's just say that. Does make your gun just a wee bit more temperamental though, but it adds a nice hefty bit of burning damage to whatever you're shooting from.
You know, I believe we just had that problem. It wasn't trolls, but it was something that was constantly regenerating.
Ah. Now as for this site,
I just motioned like pointed fangs.
as for this site, this thing, I got a hold of this a long time back, and it's been a constant companion in my travels. Essentially, you can focus in your willpower on somebody, and he just like holds it up to his eye and just looks through it, and then passes it over to you. Essentially, focus in on me, alright? And like really think about me.
I do.
You burn a reaction, and through the scope, there's just this slight wispy aura as he now walks out the front door and says, the whole time around, just keep tracking me. And as he passes out of vision, that aura, that ghostly silhouette of Sir Holtz remains as he walks about the house. As he gets over to one of the windows and looks in and says, so you're seeing what it does then, right? It's better seen than explained, but it's a really nifty fucking thing. So you kind of put yourself like in the zone while you're tracking your prey like that, and over time you might find you're able to pull off a quick shot the moment they've peeked back into view. The other nifty thing about that is there was a period of time where I was trying to track down and locate these ghosts that were bothering some people, and they kept leaving our realm, just fucking off to wherever ghosts go, coming and going between the ethereal plane. It'll track people through the ethereal plane as well. And as far as I've seen, with whatever seemed to be about double my shooting range is as far as I could see through it.
You see, I really could have used this yesterday.
Sorry.
Which I do point out, yeah.
Well, like, again though, these are really hard to part with items as he comes around back to the front. I mean, these have traveled with me for a long time, and I wouldn't want them gone from my inventory forever. But we're in the business of vanquishing evil, right?
Oh yes.
So, I'll tell you what.
Have you tested this barrel on I motion the pointy things again.
As far as I've seen, fires kinda... It hurts them, yeah. It's not like a radiant fire, but it does stack if you have radiant ammunition.
Do you have any currently?
I don't.
I mean, you know that we left to kill the hags yesterday, right? And, well, they're currently dead. So I think we're definitely in the business of vanquishing evil. We got stuff going on all throughout.
All right then.
Man.
I am going to roll a dice here. See what that do to the price.
I feel like I kept a hand, if that would be okay, or no, a foot. I kept a foot of the hag that I gave the not hag.
That's a weird thing to say out loud.
Well, no, I'm saying that to you if you'll
Yes,
allow it.
yes.
Great, I just pull it out. See, I told you I killed a hag.
So, this barrel here, with the assumption that I'd be getting it back in time. Oh, great, my calculator's out of battery. Fucking hell, mate! Fucking hell! How am I supposed to play D&D when I don't have a calculator?
I mean, we
Well-
have cell phones.
Yep, I gotta use my cell phone today for this.
The fact that you have an actual calculator, I'm not surprised.
I use an actual calculator.
Those
handy.
TI-84s don't die, man.
Okay, so this barrel, I'd be willing to hook you up with it for, I'd loan it to you for 760 gold.
How about the scope?
I'd be willing to loan that to you for about 1,014. The damage is nice, but for me, being able to track my opponents has always been the more useful boons. Otherwise, all modifications, if you'd like me to work on any of these, I would happily install one of these. The parts and stuff is going to be 51 gold to get any of these accessories put on your rifles, your pistols.
Do you have any Werfer's 87 in stock currently?
I have the one I use.
Which one do you really prefer, the Dauntless or the Werfer?
Well, that depends on what I'm after. If I'm looking for popping something long range or not. If I'm looking to deal out constant, consistent damage, I go with the Dauntless. If I'm looking to hit something from the tree lines where it can't see me, then I use my Werfer.
Understandable. I don't have the funds for either one of those.
Oh, one more thing
No
I should
problem.
have mentioned on that site. So the other thing that I've taken notice of is it kind of seems to help with what you're shooting at, because when you get targets that are posting themselves up behind trees and sticking only their arms and heads out, I've noticed I've been consistently more able to hit them. But that's enough about funds.
Well, how much was it again?
2014.
I might be able to scrounge it around.
Oh,
Um,
regardless, let's have a look at your other weapons. What are you currently carrying?
I pull up my modified or my infused dauntless. I do have this as well, and I pull out a 500 gold piece diamond.
Oh, she's fairly well stocked. Can feel a little bit of a magical presence off of it. Is that your own doing?
Yes, I've tinkered with it a bit.
I can tell you for sure. You would not be hurt putting a sight on this. Either a telescope or like a red dot. Both of those are really good upgrades for a dauntless.
I would have to agree. Would you be interested in taking some gold with this diamond for that scope?
That depends how much gold.
Everything I got would be 480 with gold and platinum. I also have, I mean, you're not short on pistols, but it never hurts to have more. I throw out my starter pistol, I believe it. No. Pull out whatever the hell pistol this is. I'm sure I wrote it down somewhere.
You started with a. Did you start with a Defiant?
I started with a Defiant and I picked up more weapons as well.
Gotcha.
I never changed the names though. I have a Challenger as well that I could sweeten the pot with.
He has a look at your Defiant and just kind of taking it from his hand, looking down the sights, and then opens it up just a little bit to see the condition of all the gearing mechanisms, and I'm gonna have to teach you how to maintain this one. Not really. To be honest, this one needs a tune-up, so that wouldn't net you as much as you'd hope for it. This Challenger, however, I see that somebody's decided to put some gold inlay along it, so I'll tell you what. If you want to leave behind your Defiant and your Challenger here, I'll take your Defiant for 65 gold, and I'll take your Challenger for 23.
Let's go ahead and do those. Let me talk with my party first and see if we can't scrounge up the gold. And then if not, I don't see why, if you're willing, that we could trade the diamond as well, if you're okay with that. Pretty large diamond.
It's a sizable diamond, it is.
I don't want to put a scope on this one and then come back for the fancy one.
Oh, one other thing I think you might be interested in. When I worked with that wizard, he was quite interested in the prospect of like turning the tools of destruction into a spell focus. What do you currently use as your spell focus?
Oh, I've already figured that one out. I just pull out my dauntless.
Alright, so you got that one under the belt, because I was going to say, if you hadn't, I think I might still be able to scrounge up enough to get that working. But since you're already covered in that department, I'll go ahead and keep tinkering. If you'd like, I could poke through your Defiant here and see if I can work out some of the issues of cleaning that you've neglected.
That one served
offer
me
that
very well for a very long time. It's taken some hits.
It has. So if you leave that one behind, you can go talk with your teammates. I'll be here. I ain't going anywhere.
I shall return.
Who would like next to step up to the plate? Any takers, any volunteers, or I'm gonna call on you.
I'll say before anybody volunteers, to say, does he have to talk to the group about pulling together for whatever reason? No.
Pulling together what?
No, I thought he was gonna go talk to the group, but never mind.
I mean, I am, but we want to split up the teams. Or,
I was gonna say,
share
like, if you guys had anything you wanted to do while you're waking up early morning. Early in the morning. Swampy, do you have anything you wanted to do?
I was gonna wait. Don't forget push to talk, everyone. I was gonna wait for mine to be more towards the evening.
And far. As for the rest of you all, eventually food comes together. Val gets you guys a breakfast going to wake up people at your camp. And within a short amount of time of you guys starting to eat breakfast, Eldoris has made his way back.
Hey everyone, how's breakfast going?
Delicious.
Been spending some time browsing through Sir Holt's wares, and there's some pretty interesting stuff over there.
Yeah, any bow?
No, he's a gunsmith. Why would he have a bow? I didn't
They're-
even bother asking.
They're the same thing.
Not even remotely. Do you know
Yeah.
how insulted I am?
That
Just think of how insulted he would be if you asked him that.
They both have wood, and they both shoot things that have a metal tip.
Yeah, mine involves explosives. Yours involves, well,
Mine
not
mine
explosive.
has. Remember the rock? I had explosives then.
That I gave you.
Yeah.
Irina will giggle at that.
10-4, no bows. They're stinky.
Hey, didn't that guy mention that he was gonna make you some arrowheads or arrows maybe if you didn't have any left? Did you ever get that resolved? I will ask.
No, I think the group had some spare arrows that they just handed over, and I think we just canceled that order.
Gotcha.
We didn't cancel it. I just gave you mine.
Getting some sparrows is always a good thing.
Yeah, sparrows.
So we didn't ever cancel that order. I just gave you mine, and he was still making it.
I'm sure he knows not to make more. If not, I'll just make sure that he charges you.
Speaking of being charged, you know that problem we were having with the dumb hag just disappearing
Yeah.
and not ever being able to do anything about it?
Yeah, that was a little fucking annoying.
I would like to never have that problem again. And so conveniently, Sir Holtz has a solution for that.
Oh?
Yeah, it's a scope that I could add onto my rifle.
Sounds expensive.
A little bit. I am a little bit short on funds.
Define short. Aren't you
450 gold.
rich?
Apparently not enough for this lovely town that no one accepts money, and yeah, it's hard to find around here. We've been doing a lot of bartering here lately, and
You say a little short, then you say 450. I only have barely 100 gold more than that. If.
Well,
No way.
you need 450.
Give or take.
Roll to convince me. That's maybe.
We just had this discussion of how much you really hated having to hunt for the hag and got. Just remember, she pushed you off a damn cliff.
Yeah, I know. I experienced it. I was there.
It was a really high fall.
Just
Hanju looks very grumpy, but they kind of reach around and a little bag around their waist, and they toss over a diamond that is worth 500 GP. I expect change and to never face that problem again.
I will do my best. But I also want to remind you why we have these diamonds.
I don't remember them.
Okay. I want to be honest with you. I have one too. But these are in case you die. They bring you back to life if we get the right person to help us.
Yes, but if we
That's Irina's gonna interject. That's why they're called diamonds.
have...
God damn it.
But no, if we can prevent us from dying in the first place, that's kind of preferred. Dying kind of sucks.
It does. I just want to have the safety net. I still have my 2 diamonds. And that we will definitely be using as a party in case we ever need them. Does anyone else have more?
Toss it back for now.
Don't
I feel
ever
like,
say.
yeah, it would be better if you held on to yours. Who all has diamonds is what I'm asking the party right now.
I don't have any in my bag.
That was
I
a
don't have
close
any
one,
diamonds,
guys.
but I'm gonna pass you 6 platinum pieces.
He almost said something haha funny.
If I remember correctly, he said it was 1,014 gold.
1,000 and what? Irina will say.
Right?
It doesn't just let you see completely invisible people. Well, wait. It lets you see people that aren't even on this plane of existence. That's gonna cost you.
What?
Are we gonna have to sell the kobold's arm to afford this?
No.
If you really need to.
Wait, are the
uh,
Nickies there? I'm dumb.
One of them. 2 of them
Yeah,
are.
they should be.
Okay.
If you really need to, yeah, you can sell my arm.
No. I think we're good on that. For
I'm a team
No.
player.
No, we gave you that because we wanted you to help us out.
yeah, what
Have you got your crafting aptitude back with that arm yet?
Yeah, I also got my mischief aptitude back. I stole all this food from the villagers.
And they hold up a basket.
Did you happen to get any gold with that?
I stole 2 gold pieces.
I don't want to take your life savings. You go ahead and
The
keep
party
that.
can add 3 rations to the collective inventory.
I'll add it to Sirenesh's inventory.
So it also increases my range because that's what optics do. And it lets me hide over behind that tree. You know how you can shoot through trees pretty easily? It greatly helps me with that too. It may or may not track people through walls. That's why it's so fucking awesome, guys. I really need this.
Sirenesh is gonna hand you over
Well, does
10
it or
platinum
just...
pieces.
Sorry.
Yeah,
How
I
many?
had over more, but I need to
10.
get stuff for myself.
How much are platinum pieces worth again?
10 gold.
gold a pop. So he's gotten 60 gold from me and 100 gold from.
I'm up to 663. I have a 500 gold diamond and a 300 gold. I'm really trying to hope he'll haggle with me on that.
Okay, just hand over the diamond back, and I'll hand you 11 platinum, and that's all I can give at the moment.
Irina's gonna give a little shrug and start digging through her pouch as well and pass you over. I've got 5 platinum if that helps.
Every
can-
little bit helps.
I can give 5 platinum and 5 gold pieces.
What's that bring us to?
825 plus or minus, well, plus diamonds possibly. I wanna head over to the Burgermeister's house.
As you and anyone else following, if they want, head to the Burgermaster's house.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Kazadan is just walked out of the door and he has kind of a irritated look on his face. Morning,
Hey,
Kaltoris. We have
What do you-
just a tiny bit of a problem.
Oh,
Yes, it seems. Bush old man has decided to go sting on. I was just informed that Davian left to go find his necklace, so me, my wife, and a couple of these wolves here are going to be traveling for a little bit to see if we can catch him and bring him back.
do you need aid with that? Are we all trying to go? We all wanted to try and go get that necklace.
Time where I don't trust he's been very zippy and speedy. They say he took off on foot as if he forgot how to fly. So we're just mostly going to go pull him back. I believe when we actually travel for that place, we'll be traveling together. Safety in numbers and all that.
I mean, I'm trying to scrounge up the funds for a very useful item for my rifle. As soon as we get that done, I look over at the party. Are we good to go after that?
Actually, I was gonna ask if there was a place nearby that sells cloaks, especially.
Yeah, I could buy a cloak.
I mean, you've been wandering around the town, Katoris. You seen anything?
Have I seen anything?
In town, you haven't seen anybody that specializes in selling cloaks, but you have seen people's laundry hanging off, and there is a house along the way to Sir Holtz's where you've seen a couple cloaks.
I mean, I know where our house is if you wanted to try and knock on the door and just buy one.
Or we could break away to DM, what's the place? V? What's the place that begins with the V? Valaki?
Balaki?
Yeah, we could always sneak over to Valaki and pick from the remains.
The entire town was burnt down, I do believe.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's some resources we
No.
could filter.
The town wasn't burnt down, it was just the
Mhm.
church.
Yes. It was overran, though.
It
I was
burning
thinking of
when we left.
Barovia. The town of Barovia is the first town.
I seem to be
Oh,
quite famished this morning. Just one moment. Let me drink one of my valuable health potions.
God fucking damn it.
Insight
Are
check.
you out of your mind?
I'm just messing with you.
God damn it.
You remember how when we was killing those hags, she kept turning invisible? Well, going to a different plane, Kazana?
Ew, that was quite obnoxious.
Yeah, see, well, Sir Holtz had a scope that could have prevented that the whole damn time. Now I'm trying to get it because it's very effective for other things as well.
Of course. Well, I don't see any harm in it. He'll hand you over 10 gold.
Thank you very much. Every little bit helped. Everyone still has I look to the party. Everyone still has a little bit in reserves, right?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to take all of your gold, guys. If we take everything for this one item, that would be bad for our continued survival.
No, no, no. I gave you what I felt like I could spare.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I just gave you my platinum. I still have at least 100 gold left.
I do have my silver pieces and copper. Whoever takes those at least.
Hey, Kanju.
Yeah?
The Trome of Strahd materializes and drops on your head.
The fuck? Pick it off my head. I'm sure no one else has noticed this, but just look at it. Something
As
about
I'm
it.
actively talking to the group, asking if I took all your gold.
I mean, you wouldn't have known necessarily that I wasn't the one who poofed it.
No, but I clearly saw a book fall on your head. I mean,
Sirnesh at least heard it.
Anything looking weird with the book? I open it. Does anything look weird?
Make an intelligence check for me.
I did it.
You're flipping through and there's a couple of words that are popping to your mind. And just briefly, one of those words that you read is Sun Sword, but you make out no other further information from the book as the words are just wiggling around on the page and transitioning from existence too quickly.
Would I understand what Sun Sword means?
I
Has
don't think
that
you would have
appeared-
any. I don't think you would have any context.
I mean, it has the word sun and sword in it, so
Yeah, I bring it up to the group and ask anyone if they know what the heck a Sun Sword is.
You would have to ask somebody who's been digging around in any of the, what do you call it, libraries, books, anything like that. They'd have the best chance.
I mean, just off of the top of my head, it sounds like a sword that may or may not produce the sunlight effect, which is
That thing
well,
that's been happening lately?
yeah, and it also is very anti Fangy boys. Was I given the Tommy gun group?
I believe the Kai 7 is currently at Sir Holtz's house for him to look through and see if there's
Oh.
any repairs that could be
Only
made,
if I
right?
dropped it off then, because I was the only one that went there.
Yeah, we can assume that he has it. He had it.
Just like Kanju has my shield.
Yeah. The good hat.
As a turtleback.
Not the animated one, but
Right, I know. Alright, I'm gonna go try and haggle with him again. You guys want to come pick up some arrows or whatever?
I think I'm good.
I should be good for now.
Also,
How many do you have?
I have 19 now.
That is not enough arrows.
You don't think so?
No. If you can shoot them like two. You normally shoot people like twice.
Yeah, that's true.
That's like
Yeah, I guess
10
I
bad
can do it.
guys that you decapitate. All right, come on, man.
Oh yeah, Keltoris, did you ever figure out what it was up the mirror? Or no?
It's a magical mirror. Yeah, I mean, we can talk to people here. That's as best as I got.
All right. Thanks.
I mean, you asked me this yesterday, right? I definitely remembered to identify this.
Well, you
So
have
I'll
time
try and
after.
take a better look at it. Yeah.
All right. Sirnesh is gonna hand you over that mirror then.
Can you? Let's go to. And who wanted a cloak? I mean, I can point you out where there's one just hanging on a clothes rack if you just want to rob the guy or buy it off him. I don't know.
It's another matter entirely as my character starts to dig through his bag.
All right. I head back over and you guys do whatever, or I'll take over again.
Yep.
Right, well, this shouldn't take us more than, say, an hour or two. But, There are some questions I had regarding stuff here in town as well. And we also have our other friends who stopped by Velaki to fulfill their errands. Perhaps maybe we catch up with them later today as well.
If they'll let us in. Doubt they will.
I'm
can find my
intending
way in.
to send a message.
As I'm walking off, Manfred definitely said he didn't plan on coming back anytime soon. He has
I mentioned
extended
this.
business there or something?
I mention this because of the gentleman on the hillside, Abby.
Yeah.
Well, farewell. Good luck with your business. And Kazadan and his wife and the two werewolves will take off towards the road. As you guys making your way up to Sir Holtz's place again. And you're back. See you.
How many of those arrows did you ever make for Kanju?
Oh, I got a couple of the silver arrowheads cast, but as to affixing them to wood, I don't have any good stock for that.
Oh, I can take care of that. That's fine.
Have you ever made them out of lead?
Lead arrows? That would never work.
I mean, I've seen bolts be made out of them. I know it's a different mechanism, but I mean...
Well, I mean, you could cast like a stronger, sharper material over the lead, like you would with a bullet, perhaps. But I've never seen that done.
Yeah, I feel like it would really hurt my range, honestly.
Yeah, but think of the power. You have a pretty damn long range to begin with.
Hold on
It's
a
a
minute.
hell of a lot longer than mine.
That's your bow and arrow? Sir Holtz will say to you, Kanju.
Yeah, and I take it off my back and...
What the hell does a tiny little creature like you hunt with something like that?
Isn't it 3 times your size?
Yeah. It's a family thing.
Alright, I'm not thinking about that anymore.
Why, you like the size difference?
Are we doing phrasing?
Kanji just gives him a wink and starts looking around.
Anyways, come on in, let's palaver over this. So they filled you in, right? About the loan I'm willing to offer. Essentially these are very precious objects to me, so I wouldn't be keeping the coin and stuff. I'd just be loaning it for the duration of time that we're working together. And when it's time for us to part ways, then I'm intending for us to trade back.
Wait, this isn't buying it outright? That price was to borrow it?
Well, yes, I need to make sure that if I were to say lose it, look, this thing is priceless. This, which one were you interested in? Was it the barrel or the scope?
I'm interested in both. I got enough funds, give or take, for one.
Well, they're priceless objects to me. They're part of who I was growing up. I've had these for a very long time, and quite frankly, I don't think 50,000 gold would be worth the price of either of these things.
Just remember what our task is that we've been kind of working on.
Hence why
feeling
I'd
the
be
big-
willing to loan it to you for such a measly, paltry price.
Insight check?
Ooh, roll me insight.
15.
Andrew, you get the idea that at least one of those things he mentions he feels is worth that price.
Ooh, okay. The 50,000 price?
Yeah.
And you said we would be getting the gold back? Do we have well, I mean, I have no idea how long it's going to take us to complete our tasks.
What
Well,
are
of
we
course, I'm not
at?
expecting any of this gets done for a while, and I mean, assuming we fail this task, then old Grumpy comes and destroys Kresk, kills us all, and then we're trapped in the cycle of reincarnation, so, you know? This whole business might be for naught anyways.
What are we at? Total?
We were able to scrounge up 838 gold. I mean, I definitely have other offers, or since we're loaning it out anyways, I got other collateral I could give you as well.
No, no, no. And I hand over 200 gold to finish up what we should be needing to borrow.
And what was the total again, Sir Holtz?
Well, if you want to borrow Ignis Augmentin, then I'll loan it to you for 762, and if you want to borrow Breach Ethereal, I'll loan it to you for 1,000.
Get the scope.
Since we're using collateral either way, you know how much this diamond's worth, right? It's a very large diamond.
Yeah, I'd be willing to cut about 200 for one of those diamonds. I'd be willing to accept that.
And the one that's 5 times the size of the smaller one, it's still 200.
5 times the size? What do you mean?
I mean, it's a massive diamond here. I mean, the other one's like the size of my pinky.
Were both of those your 500 GP diamonds?
No, I have a 300 and a 500. Andrew has another 500.
this little dinky one? I'd put 65 gold for that little dinky one.
You gave me back the diamond.
No. I had my own.
Yeah. So you gave me back my own. Yeah.
I did give you back your diamond. I
So
still have
Adam-
my 2 diamonds.
What I'm saying is for this crystal coconut looking diamond. Crystal coconut, fuck you. For this one, I'd be willing to put 200 gold down for the loan. Holding on to it. Or buying it outright.
No, for that kind of...
Oh, you could butter me up if you'd like.
I mean, that's what I've been trying to do the whole damn time.
How much would you
Candy's
take
definitely
for
been
these?
affecting me, right?
What do you want to show me there, little one?
Smack down a pair of manacles of tracking.
Wow. He's gonna give that a look over. Roll me an insight check.
14. Man, I'm consistent.
You're getting the vibe that he does not think he's looking at anything spectacular. He thinks he's just looking at manacles, and he says, yeah, this guy could knock off another gold for a pair of manacles. I don't really need them, but help. Cool.
No, it's fine. I'll take him back then. Just kind of scrounging around in my bag, and I pull out a velociraptor tooth.
I don't trade in teeth, sorry.
But it's real cool.
All right, for now, we'll just take the scope. Oh, I'll just borrow the scope off you.
All right, so how do you want to loan that out? Money and items, or just money?
Well, I already sold you my Challenger, and you were just working on repairing the whatever the hell. I sold you the
Challenger for
Challenger.
23 gold.
and you were working on the Defiant. Yes, that one.
I'm doing that
So
work for
we
you
have
for
the
free.
full amount of gold.
So, he counts out the money. 1,014 gold pieces.
I hand Kenji back 24 gold.
Thank you. I am charging you with interest too, by the way.
I paid you back the interest part right there.
No, not in your dreams.
And you said you wanna equip this onto your Dauntless?
No, we are going to equip it to my bow, actually.
Let me see your bow and arrow. I'll put it on right away.
Thank you.
I was hoping we could equip it to a Verfa. You didn't have any spares though.
So the problem is, I don't know if I'd have enough ammo to sell you if I was gonna sell you my Verfer. Because truth be told, I've only really got 12 bullets left for that.
No, I think we'll have to put it on my dauntless then.
All right, so, where is this here? I have some devil's paper if you'd like to sit here with me for a couple minutes so we can draw up this contract, just so that neither of us can fuck the other over. Would you be willing to do that? You're familiar with devil's paper, right?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You write a contract on it, and basically some devil out there will be made aware that the contract exists. That way, if either party fucks the other over, it's just a way to keep things fair. So he spends a little time writing up this contract. Essentially, you don't see anything shisty in there. It's just indicating that the stuff is being loaned with the intention of either being returned to either party with the collateral kept by him in case either you guys die and it gets lost, or you never see each other again.
Now, just to be clear, if you die off, I keep the scope, right? Not saying that will ever happen.
It'll work its way back to me in probably about 100 or so years when I resurrect, or who knows when I resurrect, or how long it'll take before I'm an adult again. But I'm sure it'll find its way back to me. I get the feeling this isn't the first lifetime I've had this item. But I mean, if I die off, then use it to your full advantage. I mean, if I die off, I mean, it really leaves just the lot of you to take care of this place. So I would fully expect, if I died off, for you to come in here and loot all my stuff and put it to good use.
Oh yeah, probably. Yeah.
That would
sounds
be
like
the
a-
reasonable thing to do.
So we have
yeah.
your permission.
No, not my permission. You have my expectation.
Is he saying that smugly?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Now, anyways, give me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Leave me with your dauntless, and I'll get this bad boy affixed onto there. So, congratulations, you're the temporary owner of the Breach Ethereal.
So I got a semantics question here.
Certainly.
So we're putting a magical accessory on here. Would that make the whole weapon magical, or is still just the rifle's magic, or the scope is magical?
It does not confer any pluses. However, let me make you a PC peeper.
And then also, we could also rule it that since you're adding something to, my infusion is already on there, and we're adding something after the fact. Is how we could semantic this if you wanted to, but it's entirely up to you.
Give me just one moment to drop its description into a note.
Was it just on their plane, or does it do invisibility as well? Because if so, that's true sight.
I've been after people that have gone invisible, and you still see them. I've been after ghosts that dip into the ethereal plane, and you still see them.
This fucking scope has true sight on it. I say to my mental brain here and the party outside of character. And it's not just fucking true sight, guys. It sees through walls.
Swear to God, if you look at the women with the scope, I'm smacking you in the head.
In your journal, you should now have a note card, Breach Ethereal. It's not pretty, but
It added range.
yes. So your Dauntless, I believe, is now going to have a range of 360.
It's currently 8240.
Yeah, 8240. So 80 times 1.5.
Where did you say it was?
So now it's going to be 12360. So if you should have a thing in there for your Breach Ethereal magical scope
Where did you put it though?
in your journal. So for everybody else, would you like me to read it out to you? Or nay, shall we continue?
I think I'm good.
Let's continue.
Was that on Obsidian you were saying?
Negative, it's in
Will
Roll20.
you even
It's
still
in
use that
your...
shit?
Yes, I'm using Obsidian. It's where I put all my notes.
Well, I'm blind. I got shit all over the place.
You go into Roll20, you go into
Alright,
the
never
party,
mind.
you go into Peg. Oh
I
shit,
know.
this is episode 49, not 48. Me a dum-dum.
My God.
That's alright, I don't care. We're not gonna change it.
And now, a side note, how's that weirdo gun that has like the big old drums?
Oh,
For
this thing.
magazines?
Yeah. Somebody did a big fucking number on this barrel because I've never seen a gun's barrel bent this extensively. Like, you could probably stick this thing around a corner and shoot. And by the way, I've tried that and it was quite hilarious. But that would be useless for your accuracy, so.
Well, we had like 400 or 500 pounds of lard drop from a 100-foot tower onto it, I believe it was, and then it like clattered onto
That-
rocks and stuff.
That would do it. So basically, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to saw the barrel off and try to put a new one in.
I tried to start casting mending on it. Have you just tried the magical approach?
Yeah, I've tried the magical approach and it's not really bending things back into place like I'd expect it to.
So if you just cut the barrel off at the bend, what kind of range are we talking about here?
It'd probably be shit, but the thing is, I need to, because of the bend that it has, I can't really get the barrel out until I do a little bit of surgery. And then I'm thinking maybe if I have some way to, and you know, I have all this gunsmithing stuff, but like actually rolling out new stock of like barrels and stuff has been a difficult thing. I've mostly been able to pick pieces across, work on small parts, but I need some kind of like a forge that I could carry around with me.
No comment. Have you tried making it out of steel or lead, or how are you trying to make this barrel? Or how have you been trying to make your barrel?
Well, mostly I take existing barrels and modify them. Because I don't really have the kind of proper equipment to roll out fresh stock.
We got so many tasks going on, but I've heard of a rumor that could help you out with a new forge.
Oh yeah, and what would that rumor be?
Some kind of magical forge that we knew where it was at one point, but I don't know where it's at now.
Well, when you find out where it is now, give me a holler. But I'm gonna get to work on this, so if you don't mind, I'm gonna focus. And by that I mean, could you all not, like, stand there staring at me and,
I kind of need my bowl.
Oh, yeah, he hands your bow back to you.
Thank you.
We already paid you for the arrowheads, right? Because I might be able to work something out on those if you don't have the supplies currently.
No, it's okay. I can find the source for the wood. It's fine. I just need the arrowheads.
That's what I was thinking about. We already paid you for those, right?
Dropped me off some stuff, you talked about it. Got some arrowheads cooking.
They're not ready yet.
They haven't baked fully.
All right, we head out. We'll leave you to it, and we'll come back later and discuss further.
Safe travels, good day.
In the meantime, I'm just gonna look at my bone grinder brewing and cooking supplies and just fade out into the background temporarily.
Val, what are you up to while all this is going down? Very Gotcha. There are plenty that have come with you guys from Velaki. Imagine you're like showing them how you would use some of these cooking tools, teaching them how to punch the shit out of each other with your monk skill. Very good. And Liang. Oh yeah, that's right. Excuse me. So as you guys are heading back down this way. Whoop! I love fucking doing that.
Kaltoris. Size of 500 feet.
As you guys get down to about this away, you hear some screaming coming from inside this house.
Am I missing something?
Said as you guys are coming down this way, you hear some screaming coming from inside this house, like a.
You said it was 123.40 or 3650.
What?
Your max range is 360. Because it's it's 240 times 1.5, right?
Yeah, 80, 240.
I'm just gonna.
So 120, 360.
I guess, well, I look over at Kanji. Are we going to go investigate that?
Kenji's already gone investigating.
I
Gonna
put
peek into the
my
window.
instruction booklet for the brewing supplies back away.
I'm doing the big peek.
Go ahead and head up to the door, do a perception check for me, and let me pull it up in my thingamadoo.
Does the check mark mean I can do it at advantage?
It means you're
If it's
proficient with it.
based on... Oh yeah, proficiency? No, that does not mean at advantage. If you have a class feature that one of your perception is based on something, then you look at that.
Keen senses, but I don't remember.
Read it.
Well, it just says gain proficiency in the perception skill and choose one sense. You gain advantage on perception rolls that utilize that sense. Do I get to change that on?
Did you ever
but-
indicate what sense it was? Because we could dig through the VODs.
I'm pretty sure it's not smell. Don't you already have that as a rabbit?
I'll ignore it for now. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular look.
A regular
Perception.
look.
Damn it.
What feat did you say you had?
Keen senses.
I think it was hearing.
It might have been.
That makes sense for a rap.
You think I'm doing hearing with my bunny ears? No, I'm using my antlers.
Yeah, the antlers are how he detects scent.
Yeah. All right, 9 for perception.
I don't even know what feat that is. There's keen mind.
It's for beast folk. It's racial.
Alrighty, so let me move on over to here. Another page.
Who all came with us? Is it just me and Kendra?
Liang is alongside you guys as well. Okay, your 9 perception. Did you say Akin senses lets you get advantage on your hearing?
It should, if that's what... I'm gonna go ahead and just say that's what we assigned it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Is it you signed it, so go ahead and roll me again.
22.
And you hear a commotion coming from inside, and the door just immediately opens. And you see a portly old woman just kind of like hobble out and says, "Help! Help! Quickly, she's going into labor! Help! I need fresh water and I need it hot!"
Oh my god. Okay. Okay. You have a
How
bowl
fast
and
can you
bucket?
run, Kendra?
Fast.
Faster than 35?
No.
All right,
Quickly,
I'll be
hurry,
back.
we have no
what's
time.
your name?
Boiling water.
What's your name?
I'm Ona!
Ona?
Ona!
I run to the lake.
And do you need my help? What can I help with?
Just come
Yeah,
inside, she's panicking. She's panicking.
Yep.
And you run inside, and there's this woman on the bed, and she's wailing like a banshee and just in an absolute agony. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
I have a bit of leather armor. I'm just gonna like I'm not wearing it. It's not leather armor I'm currently wearing, but I kind of put it up to her mouth and said, just bite down on this. It's okay.
And
Okay,
she
breathe.
chomps down into it and screams in agony. Calm down, Demira. Calm down. You're gonna be bringing in new blood into the world. Just try to relax. It's a beautiful thing. And she screams, "This is hell. This isn't beautiful."
Just to be clear, it takes me 30 seconds to get there in the most direct path.
And you get there and quickly fill some water as Liang just kind of like around and says, I'll go and get Val. Val's got a cooking stove.
I'm at the peaceful lake. I yell at the guards, "Hey, so Ona is saying we need water since someone's going into labor."
Hurry,
do
someone's
you
going
normally
into
call for
labor.
that?
Get some water. Come on, here's a bucket.
I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna pull out my lute and I'm going to attempt to at least calm her nerves.
Infuse that baby with magic. Probably takes me 36 seconds to get back carrying water. I'm weak.
All right, make me a performance check on your instrument.
22.
That's perception.
Oh god damn it.
You're imagining the song in your head, like recalling it.
19.
You're perceiving.
I'm
you have an
feeling calm
advantage
now.
on sound, remember?
Well, yeah, but my advantage doesn't help her.
Boo, boo. And you begin to fill the room with some beautiful music just playing in the background as she's just writhing in agony. And Val, Liang has come down where you are, grab you and say, quickly, grab your cooking pot. She's given birth.
Okay, I will.
Hot water. It's sanitary. Got any booze? Booze is sanitary. Bring it. I'm all out of booze. And now all of you guys have gathered up. As Val, you get to work quickly setting up your cooking part. Your cooking part. Getting a fire under it. There is a distinct lack of a big enough stove in this little cottage here. They don't seem to do a lot of cooking. But you get that set up, the water starts to boil, and go ahead and roll me a group medicine check.
Am I involved in this?
I need 2 hands. Do me a medicine check.
Anyone got better than 1?
Cyrana's got 2.
I got a 1.
Man, why'd y'all dump wisdom? Jeez.
Because I'm a fucking intelligent spellcaster. Wow, okay.
Very good. Well, quickly as it's gotten messy in here, we're not going to elaborate, but you guys start cleaning up, making sure everything in here is sanitary, getting the hot water, and calming her down, and a hot rag to the head, wiping the face. And I need an intelligence check here as the baby is crowning.
I can do intelligence.
Either
Oh, so can
intelligence or
No, I can't. Never mind.
or medicine.
I'm gonna roll for that intelligence.
Taurus, you recognize that this is going to be a difficult birth, and the mother will need assistance. And
You said it's crowning.
Ona has now started to run around in a panic. I've never delivered a baby before. I'm not cut out for this.
I'm gonna roll another intelligence check because I have a magical solution if I can see the baby.
You can
get
teleport.
Thorn
the
whip.
out.
I am gonna teleport the baby.
Wait, dead ass?
Yes. No cap.
Bro, he capping.
You capping me
I
right
need
now?
that bitch ass baby to give me a con save.
Oh my
Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god.
That is a 2. The baby has not even. Oh my god.
And this is how you get a wild magic sorcerer, everyone.
Yes.
And as you see that the baby's starting to recede back in, you focus, and just immediately there's just a. Hold on, Claire's alarm's going off. It took me out of the scene. Let me hype myself back up again. All right, what is the surface you want to teleport the baby onto?
My arms. No, just the roof of the building.
Just
It's slanted, right?
The building,
Can
it's
you
slanted,
teleport
right?
it to Strahd's lap?
Splat! Fucking hell. Okay, so you focus, you conjure up and channel this magic. It's a little bit tense because you know what your spell focus. Wait a minute. What is your spell focus currently since you left the Dauntless? Do you have an
Well, that I'm
alternative?
proficient with.
All right. So what tool do you want to say is your spell focus for this?
You know what? Right now, it's my disguise kit because this baby needs clothes.
I was gonna say that would be fucking ridiculous. You point a gun down at her.
Oh my god. He breaks off one of my
God.
antlers, uses that.
You take out your disguise kit and you're focusing on it and channeling the magic through, and with a quick suddenly the currently unborn, soon to be born baby is just slurped out of her, the umbilical cord getting severed in the process, and this baby drops down onto your disguise kit, and you see the little thing just like looks about the area and just kind of like looks around, just like moving its hands and legs as the mother gave one final cry of agony, but you seem to have spared her from the worst of the thing exiting the body.
So with that happening, Kanju's just gonna pass the fuck out.
Yes.
This will also
Press.
mean that when they wake back up, the glow is gonna change because I gotta go.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. That's got to be the easiest birth I've ever seen, Kiltoris. Congratulations.
How many births
Hey
have you
shit, what did
seen?
you do? What did you do? How the fuck did you do that?
Magic, bitch. Get good. You're supposed to be the professional here. Come on. You are a professional, right? What? If not, what the hell are you doing here?
I'm just passing by. Oh my goodness, we need to...
Who's the
Quickly,
professional in this town?
Quickly,
Come on.
is any
Right.
one of you priestly here? We need to bless the child before the spirits of evil kick in. Wait a minute.
Yes. Irina's been following us, right?
Yeah, Irina was like off in a corner, like no, and she's just kind of standing there.
Irina, it's done. It's all good.
May this new life blessed in the eyes of Pelor. May the light of from whatever paths seek onto whatever paths you venture. In Pelor's name, Ramin. And Surf's Up, Dude. Is a...
How do you
I haven't
even know
studied
what
this-
surfing is?
I haven't studied this book. I think surfing is a thing you do, like, on water. You, like, jump on a piece of wood and dance. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, that's about
I've
as
mostly
good as
been
it'll
reading
get.
about the vanquishing evil parts, not really the, like, rituals and... Oh, the holy water! And she gets some holy water and just taps it on the kid's forehead. Simba. It shrinks.
Did you just name the kid Irina? As I look over at the parent, you know what? It's Simba. Got it.
And
I
then
guess his name is
Ona's
Simba
going
now.
to... Ona's going to... The mother is just, like, catatonic, just, like, recovering, not even listening to what you guys are saying. As Ona just comes over and gives the baby's hand a little bit of a squeeze, and the baby just kind of, like, turns and looks at her, but gives no yelp of pain. Why aren't you crying, lad?
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh,
Did-
this doesn't...
Did the hags ever say how they pick their children, or no?
Yeah, it was whoever was in debt because the parents are drug addicts and they paid them off with children.
Ah, right.
I believe you have heard that rumor about the soulless of Brew.
Oh yeah, we've definitely heard that.
That they don't react to pain. They don't tend to cry out when born. And Una just takes the baby from you and over. All right, Demira. Here's your dear sweet Simba. The kind people over here named him. It's a baby, I guess. How the fuck do you even tell what a baby is? I guess it's him because of this umbilical cord here. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going back to my house. Goodbye. And she.
Yep.
When it teleported into my arms, I would have been able to figure out what it was.
It's a baby.
Boy or girl?
It's a baby.
I'm gonna roll a dice. It's a girl. Without a soul.
It's an analog baby.
Yes. God. I look around for any signs of anything other than a mother living here. And
There's a picture of a man in a photo frame, but no sign of him anywhere. And she looks way younger when in the picture.
Does Cyranish recognize the photo from his time with the werewolves, or no? When he was getting names of who to contact.
did we see any soulless werewolves over there?
You do recognize the photo, and that looks like one of the people that was at the cave.
Did was that the one that said not to contact their wife?
Yes.
All right then. That's grim.
Thank you. Thank you. I've heard it was so much more painful, but I think I'll survive after this.
Yeah, it's the beauty of magic. Would I have seen the father while we were there? I wasn't looking particularly.
Roll a history check. Recall their face.
So, are you gonna share the news with the father at all, or what are we doing with this baby? Are you on your own?
The werewolves got him during the last, the werewolves got him during the second to last raid. He's 6 feet under. So no,
Pause in conversation 1 second.
She just continues to talk to herself as you guys move off to the side.
So how are you gonna take care of this baby all alone?
Well, it takes a village to raise a child. We've got plenty of people around.
I look over at the party. Who spent them? Okay. Do I remember any soulless soulless werewolves?
The werewolves there seemed pretty lively, to be honest.
And I know we didn't ever pull that up in conversation.
Yeah. Would Cyranish know if they tried to hide any of their werewolves because they were soulless, or no?
Go ahead and make me a history check. As far as you knew, there were people in cages for unrelated reasons, but you're pretty sure you saw most of the werewolves at that cave. When you were there, you did get an idea of their numbers.
Alright. And none of them were lacking a soul.
Yeah, they seemed lively.
Okay. Well,
Where's your neighbors at? Are they at home right now?
Ah, Ona. Ona's my neighbor.
You got any more neighbors?
Veska to the house on the left.
I go knock on over there.
Oh.
A well-dressed man meets you at the door. Yes,
Hey,
good
Vista.
evening. Yes.
Vista, right? So the
Vesta.
lady on your neighbor, she just gave birth. All right.
Oh,
I don't know
is
how
that
much
what
help
all
we're gonna
that
be.
screaming was?
Yeah. We helped her out the best we could, but I'm a giant ass dragon. I don't know how to handle babies.
Right. How hard can it?
I noticed that there was like random werewolves throughout the town, right? Can I insight check this guy?
Yes, you may. I will tell you your DC for that was very high. So you absolutely fail. You're not able to glean anything via it.
She was she lost her husband or whatever in werewolves. Does the town help her with this baby now, or how do you guys go about that?
We raise all of our children often communally.
Does anyone need to know? I mean, I'm
I
telling
mean,
you,
this
and Ona
is-
was there.
This is kind of an important thing, so I'll go have a word with the bird. I'm sure we can
Cool.
get together a celebratory party. I just hope that this one was born with a soul. Be a shame if another child was born soulless. Last one.
What do you guys do when that happens?
It's rather than a celebration, it's depressing a bit. The spark of life is absent from.
Is there
They're
any easy
still-
ways to tell?
Oh yes, they don't cry when they're.
I mean, you might need to do further tests because I helped with magical means to birth the child, but. I
Well,
don't
they
think it's
should have
gonna be a
cried when they
celebration.
got their first gasp of air.
Oh, yeah, it's not a celebration then, buddy. Sorry.
Ah, I see. So another sad day for Resk. Regardless. Thank you for letting me know. I'll take it from here. You can wash your hands of this whole business and carry on with your day.
Yep, will do. All right, guys, ready to go. The neighbor said he's got everything handled.
I'm ready if you guys are ready.
Yep. As we're walking off, yeah, he said it wasn't really that much. Well, after we're past the house, yeah, he thinks it's not gonna be very good for this baby. He thinks it's one of the soullesses. We all kind of think that too, right?
Repeat that.
I've seen soulless babies before. They're kind of creepy and weird, and they don't cry. It says.
Are they creepy and weird because they're not crying, or for some other reason?
Like it's not built in for them to cry.
I mean, have you ever seen one?
babies work?
Yeah. I mean, I guess you've definitely never seen one be magically ejected from the carrier vessel, right?
No, that was horrifying. Especially
pretty,
the spray of blood afterwards.
Seems more
Painless,
effective.
yes. That was actually pretty cool.
You know what? I'm gonna come run back in and cast a quick 11-minute identify on the baby as I'm holding it. Sorry, lady. I need to borrow your baby real quick.
My baby!
Oh, I'm just sitting right here beside you. As I yank the baby away from her, does it take any, or does it do anything?
No crying. It just kind of like observes you and just looks around about the area. And after a little bit of holding it, you haven't even reached like the full duration of casting Identify. and you see that there's just like the whatever brightness was there has now dulled, and the baby just starts to look around slower, just kind of just breathing.
Yeah, I see. Mind you, I was 2 blocks as I ran back to and snatched this baby out of her hand after I barged.
Well, that's
Still want to finish the spell.
It goes off, and you identify the baby. This is a Barovian child that lacks a soul.
Any chance it'll become a wild magic sorcerer by means of random birthness?
You don't get any idea that it will have any magical talents. In fact,
Alright.
you're fairly confident that this is going to be a very mundane child.
Alright, lady. Sorry about the abruptness. Have your baby back.
And as soon as you hand the baby over to her, like, Andrew just kind of like starts waking up, having been left in the house. Oh my
I
god.
kick her awake, actually.
She's like waking up and then, ow! Jerk.
Hey, we did a good
Alright.
thing here, kind of.
Oh,
Let's go.
is
We
this
got a
whole
lot of
business
time.
done? That kind of really grossed me out. I'd like to leave. Bye, lady. Have fun with your, tiny human.
And Kanju follows
Yeah.
you out.
As we're a couple houses down. Yeah, unfortunately, it was a soulless one.
Should I have used my amulet? I could have given her a little piece of my soul.
No, it doesn't work like that. I don't think you're running out on that, aren't you?
I mean, it depends on where we are and what's going on. I feel really charged up lately.
I mean, if you really want to, you can try, but as long as it doesn't
Nope,
affect
I'm
you
not
or
going
anything.
in there. That was gross.
I've heard the ones without the magical teleportation are like so much worse, and that there's a massive chance of the mother dying.
Well, I'm glad we didn't have to put down any mothers. That would have been awful.
It's a lot of blood too. All right, let's catch up with the others. They're heading to the campsite, as far as I know. As I'm looking around, do I see any cloaks?
Yes, non-magical cloaks. Dangling.
Just dangling in the middle of the road?
Dangling on their clotheslines.
Go bang on the door of the owner.
As you start that Palver, we're going to head to Sirnash. After, we're going to take a brief break.
Yeah.
I've returned if everybody else has stretched your legs and such.
Now I guess I'll do that real quick. But I'll still be right here.
In the meantime, note taking.
Notes. The best part of D&D.
The guy that we thought was dead, the wolf, and wasn't. Where is he at now? Did he stay in the den or did he come back to town?
Werewolf den.
Okay.
Yeah, Victoria.
Yes.
Would Sirnash have recognized any of the werewolves from the den inside the town, or no?
Thus far, at this time of day, no. Speaking of which, let's move the time of day up. We are now day 24.
And about to start our second year.
You want to call that 8 in the morning?
What, the birth was 8 in the morning? Jesus Christ.
Well, has it been an hour?
Between you talking to Sir Holtz and the event with the birth, yes.
Cool. Then midway through, as I realize it's probably been an hour, I go back to Sir Holt.
Let me do some note taking and then we'll resume with Sirnesh first.
Yeah. Who has the electricity halberd or whatever?
Halberd, glaive, I think that's not Keltorus's. Kaz's wife.
Azadan's wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Thought I gave it to a
Kaz's
party
wife,
member that
you
could use it.
know,
You did.
you know, what's her name?
Kazadina.
Kazadan, wife Adina. Kazadina. It's Lena.
Kazadina, obviously.
Lena was, and Lena was her name. Oh.
I think you gave it to me, and then I'm like, I can't use that and a shield, so then I gave it to Kaz's wife.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You can't use
But
that
neither
and a
him
shield.
or her can recharge that.
But
Yeah. Now that I have the animated shield, I could ask for it back. She could have my axe of.
Can anyone use 3rd level spells yet?
No, but I mean, I could probably breathe lightning into it. That might work,
Yeah, while we're at it, I'll just breathe acid into it too.
right? Surely that'll work.
I need our forge and my infuser back from fucking whatchamacallit.
Velaki.
I keep forgetting, the name Falaki.
Yeah, from the Nickies.
Oh my god, what was the Nikki's reaction to the birth?
I don't think they were there.
I feel like anytime we go to the gun store, they just hide in the background and watch. They're smiths at heart, okay? They're definitely tinkerers.
You guys are gonna come back after your next quest, and this Nikki is gonna be like,
Hey, look! Since you guys are working with guns, I came up with a brilliant new idea! What if instead of firing bullets, we fired people?
Perfect for getting over Strahd's castle.
I did ask Manfred to try and get our supplies back, or our crafting equipment back.
I think Lightning already had that covered.
Lightning was definitely going to try, but last we knew it was overran, right?
The Nikki place? Yeah.
Yes, because Manfred sent them to the Nickies to let everyone escape.
alrighty, we're back. So, Sirnesh, you making your way back to the camp, right?
Yeah, with Val's pot in his arms. That's probably full of bloody water.
And Irina will just be like, well, that was horrifying. I really hope I don't have to help people deliver babies anytime again, ever, really.
I mean, it could have been worse.
It could have been, but, you know, the next time probably won't have somebody here who could just teleport the lad into their arms.
Yeah, that... Honestly, I didn't know that would work.
What if that had gone wrong? Would we be running for our lives out of this town?
I don't know. I think she'd just be more upset than anything. Because, I mean, it happens sometimes.
It does, but like after a huge burst of magic like that, I think we'd be in some hot water.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been a good look. Also, what was your walk with Sir Holtz again?
Well, we were
What do you
just
mean?
talking about our past lives and stuff.
Ah,
About how we're both doomed to this place. Trying to kind of recall if we'd ever met each other like this. Since, you know, way back when I was apparently Strahd's bride, and that was Strahd's brother, and he pulled him out of jealousy.
well, I guess that explains why Strahd's after you now.
Or, no, I should say, Sergei's bride. Then again, Strahd is trying to make lifetime I've lived, I guess. That's another weird kind of memory that I think I'm having.
Yeah, that's... You know, maybe we should get you to snort that vampire dust.
Y'all do have some of that weird vampire dust, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know if Kaltoris used it all in that. He shuts up his train of thought.
You know
I'm-
what? Could y'all make sure nothing bad happens if I did?
I can't guarantee that. You're gonna have to ask Kaltoris on that. And I need
I'm
to talk
saying
to
just
those
like
three assholes.
make sure I don't run off and do anything stupid.
Oh yeah, I'm sure we can do that. I could chain you down or something.
Eesh, maybe not that one.
That's exactly what the last guy did.
But yeah, it was just mostly talking about past life. And well, this life too, because we've all got really important business ahead of us. Killing Twinkle Toes up in the castle, if that's on the table. Otherwise, we're all gonna die.
Yeah. Personally, I'd love to get out of here. It feels like it's been a month. At least.
He was also mentioning taking up a more active role in all of this business if there's room. I don't know if he mentioned that. That's on the table too.
I don't know if he did. But I mean,
I'm not
camp's
opposed.
right there,
The
so-
more fighters we have on board,
right?
just a little thing though that concerning is, well, the stockpile of goods we have that we could fight Twinkle Toes with. Our arsenal's a little lacking, so we kind of need a power up.
Yeah. Thing is, I only have this axe, and I know we have at least 3 smiths among us, so.
Yeah. Some holy people to make the metal burn like it to vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, Sergey?
But still,
No, it's not Sergey. Oh. See, this is the problem with all of this, is my mind is getting all fucking mixed up now. Mr. Holtz or Sir Holtz, he was mentioning that he recalled a weapon he wielded back before Strahd killed him.
no.
And some kind of nice blade. You're good with blades, right?
I mean, I prefer
How would
blades,
you
yeah.
feel about helping us figure out where the hell his sword went to?
That seems like a great idea. I'll be honest. Because, I don't know how long this axe is gonna stay useful.
Well, who knows? Maybe we can find some way to polymorph Strahd into a tree.
Yeah, and then, cut him at the roots. That'd be great.
He would be like, "Oh no, not my poor roots! Oh!"
Oh, timber, motherfucker! And now it's a bridge for the end of time.
As Keltoris, Liang, and Kanju are making their way back into the town, or not town, camp, as they're making their way back into camp, Kanju is just holding the tome of Strahd and just reading that aloud and says, "So, my accursed brother, the big man writes, wielded this sentient blade that he referred to as the Sun Sword. And apparently, according to this book here, Strahd's kept it within his vault on several occasions, but it seems like the fates of this place make sure that it falls out of his control. Currently, not have it, and he wants it back.
Does it say where it's at?
Strahd's book doesn't really say where it is, but it apparently had a really strong connection to some holy woman that Strahd beefed with a long time ago.
Does Cyranesh hear that?
Yeah, they're having this conversation as you and Irina are talking. They start walking up and you overhear their conversation.
I was just about to ask if we all knew that he was reincarnated as the brother.
I'm sure either Cyranesh or Irina would go.
Yeah. Yeah, Sir Holtz, that's Sergei's reincarnation. It's like I'm Tatiana's reincarnation.
Great. You guys didn't talk about some holy woman that they beefed with, did you?
Didn't
Holy woman. Let me look through.
I know someone had to have blessed the lake up there. Was that a holy woman or?
Yeah,
Was it just the
she
abbot?
was a holy woman. I wrote notes somewhere in the back of the diary portion of my.
Ah,
I give her a blank book that's worth 25 gold.
No, it
here,
insists
keep-
that I write my journey in the blank pages of my holy.
Your book insists you to write in it?
Yeah, it's like said there in the foreword that this is my personal Bible and that I should jot down my experiences and my struggles within.
okay.
Oh, I was worried it was a sentient book for a second.
Right,
Saint Markovia was her name.
Saint Markovia.
Well, we're walking up to his house right now, so maybe he knows where she's at, or the sword.
Andrew will hold up the book and show you guys like the image of the sun sword's handle, and you can see the icon emblazoned upon it is the sun with 5 beams of light emanating down to the bottom of the sword, with a crest of wings behind it.
That's just the handle, though.
Have any of us seen anything like that at all?
Make a history check.
As a group, do we get advantage?
I mean, Cyranesh can help you with that.
Bazingo. Iltoris. As you're looking across the iconography of that, Cyranesh just points out something. That emblazoned set of wings and such, and this, you both recognize that you've seen this before, and you're kind of aware of what this is. This appears to be like one of the various crests of the Morning Lord Lathander, and you've seen an icon of this in town at that holy pool. There's a nearby structure, a gazebo that sits next to the statue of Lathander gazing off towards the sun. And you've seen
Oh,
that crest of
shit.
wings emblazoned upon that gazebo.
I look around, do a very hard perception check, and then just hold off on that until we get into Sir Holt's house, where we might have more privacy.
Oh shit, we're turning around. All right.
Ah,
Whoever moved me.
you're back. Oh shit, you're not back. Ah, bye. You keep going to the wrong house. I keep telling you it's right there.
You know what? I was just daydreaming about my new rifle
I think you'll be.
upgrade.
I think you'll be quite impressed with it. I did have to modify your Dauntless. I installed a new railing for you, so putting accessories on this bad boy is going to be easier in the future. But
Great.
I've got your scope fitted for it. Just need to do some test firing, and you're a crafty fella. You'll know how to adjust it and hone it in. So I think you're probably going to want to do that.
Yeah, we had some massive revelations though. Let's talk privately in
Yeah, come on in.
extreme
Come on in.
solitude.
Close
All right.
the extreme solitude. Are you being followed? Do I need to fucking... And he immediately, like, goes over to one of the windows.
Don't think so, but got some serious shit to talk about.
Right,
Sirnish
right.
is walking around the room for any scrying orbs.
You're walking around the room, and you're doing a good look. You want to hit it with active, or use your passive?
We can hit it with active, considering I said that.
Well, I can tell you that you're at least decently confident you don't see any scrying orbs right now.
First of all, Irina said you might be interested in joining our party in the fight against the elements of the lands.
Yeah. And, that's gonna be correct right there, as Irina was saying. So, I've been doing some thinking on this, and well, I think I'm fated to this. I don't think there's any ifs, ands, or buts about this. When I was Sergei, my brother struck me down to try and steal my wife. And I've been trapped here ever since, and so is she. And the only path we have to getting out of this place is if he dies. We break his curse.
I'm gonna be all creepy, get up in his ear, and cover my mouth just to be extra cautious. So, what do you know about the Sun Sword's current location?
I don't know its current location. I do know something disheartening, though. The blades apparently long since destroyed. Why, do you know anything about its current location?
I have a feeling. Yeah, continue to be creepy, whispering in ear with like mouth covered and all.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Do you have to get all up on me like that?
Yeah, kinda. I think it's what's powering your guys' magical lake here.
What?
Yeah, so we saw the symbol and like the pool of water right beside it, the bathhouse attached or whatever the hell. So I feel like that's what's powering your lake. And if we
I don't-
removed it, if it just happened to be the power source, well, wouldn't the entire town kind of go away? Get my point on secrecy here now?
I'd get your point on secrecy, and, I'm not really the one versed in that kind of a thing. You would need to talk to an expert on magic or religion of that sorts to confirm that little theory, but let's just go have a little
I'm
walk.
a little
Let's
bit
have a little walk
yeah.
and no talk. I saw that. Someone summoned Hans.
I'm zoomed in too much on myself, so I can't see shit.
Hans has been unsummoned. Val, what are you up to while they're doing this? Very good. You meet up with the burgomaster, and they start detailing a list of tasks and things that, as a chef, you've been conscripted to baby food.
Also, I can't hear Val through the through Discord.
Yeah, we're going to eventually take my Yeti and put this between us, and then eventually I'm just gonna like for that a ways, and the both of us will just have to talk into the one mic. That's the only solution that's gonna work for this.
Yeah, okay.
But for now, we're all gonna have to suffer through it, and I'm so sorry.
I mean, a lot of people do podcasts with very close very close proximity without the echo.
The statement is correct. Do you wish to continue? Insert coin. Ting.
I just pass him along a silver Sergey.
It's another silver Sergey. The premium currency of Barovia. Silver Sergeys.
We're walking.
And you guys make your way up there.
I did mark down that silver Sergey passed all along. I would have put detect magic on as we're walking up, so ritual casting.
And as you guys are walking up, Liang and their magical presence does kind of like, since you guys have mentioned that within there and mentioned the gazebo, Liang also confirms it and nods and kind of like points to the top of the gazebo.
Wow.
And you see that along the roof structure of this, there are a section of decorative carved in little like decorative pillar looking things all about the roof section of it that hang down, and a little bit buried and nestled within you see one that seems to catch the glint of the sun a little bit better than the rest of the objects within, a slight discoloration versus the rest of the gazebo. And you do see a spread of wings, the sun in front of the wings, and the 5 points of light beaming down. And Sir Holtz is just going to nod his head and then look to you. And Keltoris, you and Liang both look to each other, and Liang just says, magic. For sure.
Yeah. And in its current configuration, it's like a short sword, a dagger.
It looks like it might be the handle of either a short sword or a long sword. But it's kind of buried within the structure of the gazebo, so there might be more to it.
As a quick look, well, it's a gazebo. There's benches and stuff, right? I want to sit down and look around.
You sit down, and one of the guards just kind of looks over and says, "Oh, be careful, wood's a little rotted. The thing's barely hanging on by a thread, so just be real careful. I wouldn't want that bench breaking and you hurt yourself."
You know how old this gazebo is?
Oh, thousands of years old.
Ah, well,
I'm surprised the wood hasn't already given out on us.
right. You have any good wood to help replace it, or?
Oh, we have the trees in the village, but good wood? I believe this is made of, like, teak, and I don't know if we have any teak.
I pull out my wood carver's tools and investigate.
Make an investigation check for it. Andrew will be like, I'll give you help with that.
I mean, I think we could just use like what are these trees like?
Let me re-roll it with advantage.
Like oak or
These are oak trees.
So 26, good sir.
26 investigation using your tool.
Yeah, I used my woodcarver's tools with investigation.
One of the first things you do, like looking over just the bench, first of all, you like kind of like brush along the underside of it, and a good solid like handful of just wood powder just falls away, and dropping down are a couple of termites. And then as you go across the surface and like slightly brush some of the wood along the gazebo, it also starts to, pieces of it just chip away. You're lightly brushing this with like the softest bristles you could imagine, just something you would use to get the dust off of it, and wood's falling away. This thing needs to be condemned or it's gonna fall on somebody.
And while I'm doing some hard investigating on this, what are the guards doing?
They're just kind of
Sure.
like observing, and they just immediately start to get a cringe to their face as pieces are falling off.
well, I mean, that tells that, yeah. Think we could probably cut down what? A few of these what are these oaks? Probably make a few benches, you know. Restore the gazebo to so it has a bit more life to it.
So what kind of wood was it made out of?
Teak, originally.
And was the wood itself in construction any magical or anything like that?
Nothing you really pick up on looking at the wood. There's no magical enchantments hidden there either, as you're brushing the dust off of it, looking about. Just religious iconography. Nothing that gives the appearance of being charged.
All right. As I'm investigating all this, what does the sword look like it's made out of? I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to figure out materials for replication.
You kind of look around the area, and one of the guards, like, they have their own wooden chair that they're sitting on, and you kind of borrow it from them so that you can go up and look in that area, and you start just brushing the dust off of it. And the handle of the sword, you're seeing that, yes, clearly it does go up into the structure of it. And as you kind of like peek in and look, you do not see any evidence that there is any metal affixed into the sword. It just seems to be built into the structure of the gazebo.
How far away is the gazebo from the lake? And is there any like connecting points where the sword touches the ground, the lake, anything?
So
Some
it
sort of
connects to the
conduit
wood.
even?
The gazebo is this structure right here.
Yeah. I see.
Yes, it's that little structure right there. And as you're looking about the area, go ahead and make an investigation check. Another one.
Any tools? I got wood carvers, tinkers, thieves.
Yes. Your raw wit.
And someone was still helping me investigate?
Yes, Kanju is present. Wow. Yeah. Looks just like it did in the book, Kanju says out loud.
That's not what I was investigating.
And between you and Kanju, as they're looking around, you don't see anything that necessarily connects to the water. The gazebo is its own structure, and you kind of like kick around on the outside, see if there's anything pathing towards it, and there's just a little bit of cursory digging as one of the guards looks to you guys like, is
We're
this
just trying to
related?
see the state of the foundations. So if we try and do some repairs on
You're
it.
just trying to look at the foundations. Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
And Siranesh would be helping out by saying, well, if we restore it, we could probably also clear some trees in that weak point over there. So the werewolves stop sneaking up on you.
Would you like Kanju to make that persuasion check?
Oh
I
yeah.
have a 2. Yeah, it's what he said. The foundation, we need to see what it looks like. I think it's foundation of stone, but yes, go ahead. I'll grab a shovel if that helps. And that guard starts to head
I
towards
pull one
this
out.
tower.
I feel like no, I probably would. My thieves tools has a shovel. I would imagine, honestly.
He's already turned away from you guys.
That's fine. I start digging with my own shovel.
And you find nothing that connects to the water going from the gazebo. You don't find
What
like
about
any
into the
kind of
actual
a...
ground?
Elaborate on that?
So, what's the foundation like? Does any part of the wooden structure touch the ground as well?
The
Or is
wooden
this all on the
structure
foundation?
connects to... The best you could call it would be like a stonework of some kind. And the actual connection points are absolutely rotted, and you hear this like creaking sound. Go ahead and roll me a roll d20 real quick. And you just like, you kind of like stand up from that as you had dug away at a little bit, and your shovel just kind of like taps the stonework a little bit, and you see that one of the supporting structures for the gazebo, the entire leg of it just starts to crumble away. And the gazebo starts to creak a little bit as a small breeze causes it to list to the left and right.
All right, we're gonna need some heavy rebuilding here, guys.
So definitely the trees over there. Got it.
The ones that have big green letters on them that say obvious weak point. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. They could probably help me drag a few of the trees over here and...
Sir Holt, you've lived in this town for centuries or decades, right? You think the burgomaster would approve?
I'm under the opinion that we should probably have a word with the burgomaster right now before we knock anything over.
I mean,
Let's
it's
go.
just a few trees over there.
No, I'm
It'll be
talking about the gazebo.
Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think he'll approve of us restoring it, right?
I'm saying we should probably let him know we're gonna try and restore it before we break it, and have to say, "Whoops, we broke it trying to restore it." If that makes any sense.
You
Is
asked for permission. That sounds like you might be the better lead here.
Yup. And Irina will say, well, I'll provide you support on that end. The both of us can butter him up, and we'll come back with approval to work on the gazebo.
And what kind of materials does it look like the sword's made out of? I want to make a copy in case it goes a different way. Just for my own internal monologue thinking. Victoria,
Yeah, I'm looking it up.
copy.
I think I have to look in the opposite.
Aw.
I mean, I could probably smith like a few of the smaller bits to keep it all together, but none of the fanciness. I'm gonna tell you that right now, Keltoris.
What?
Yeah, I'll be able to get like the smaller parts, but if you're talking about that piece over there, probably not gonna get all the fanciness.
I'm good at all of that.
Oh, great. Great.
Like, really good.
So the sun sword itself, the main piece that you can see is a platinum hilt, and the metal portion of it, as you had dusted it off a little bit more, gives way to a black leather, and there is a blue gemstone centered in the hilt of it, and then the rest of it continues down into some wood.
Hey guys, we're completely out of platinum right now, aren't we? As we're walking down the road.
I gave it all to you. Well, the platinum I had, anyways.
It looks
Crap.
kind of like this.
What was that, Nikki?
It looks kind of like this.
Platinum?
No, I posted what it looked like. The sunward, ward,
Sword.
sweared.
Sweared.
Oh, I feel like I could do something with that, yeah.
So, Cyranesh still has a blue quartz, like, worth 10 gold. Does that look similar to that gem, or no?
If you covered it with dust and really caked it on there, yeah, maybe.
Yes, we're gonna completely rebuild the gazebo and then just leave this one portion completely covered in dust.
Okay, so no, then. Got it.
After a little bit of time passes, you hear the sound of a crotchety old man. I told you I could handle this myself! Why are we wrecking this dumb town? We're done here! I need my fucking amulet! Enough, old man. Wait here, get a drink of water, cool your head off. As Kazadan walks over to the pool and sees you guys there, and, did you get your upgrade?
Oh yes, as we're walking, we gotta go talk to the Burgermeister.
Right.
Diane, do you have any blue gems?
Yeah,
I whisper.
I've got blue gems up the wazoo back at the winery, but why?
I was talking to Kazadan, but
I am
whisper.
overhearing what you're saying. Don't you patronize me, young man, Davian will say as
to
Kaz just
further
shakes his
upgrade
head.
our power.
Excuse him.
Well, not necessarily power, but
He's very grumpy.
renown.
So
We're far away from the lake now. I might need it to upgrade our renown and fighting capabilities.
Renown and fighting.
Let's go talk to the Burgermeister. Sir
Let's-
Holtz and Irina's already over there. We need to catch up.
Right. You guys return to McDonald's, House of Berg. And a knock on the door as he waves you in. His familiar table spread before you, and 2 cups of coffee already poured for the 2 of them as he just turns over and says, "Ah, the Restoration Committee is back." Restoration Committee? Kazadan will ask.
Burgermeister, would you care to fill everyone in and see what your opinion is on the matter?
Okay. So, they're wanting to fix the gazebo for some reason. It's just a fucking wooden structure that's about to collapse. I would condemn the thing myself. People seem to be attached to it.
So,
Sir Holtz, how much have you explained? How much does the town know about you?
The town knows quite a bit about me. I mean, I've been here for decades, worked with them, helped occasionally with fighting off the undead, all of that. I mean, are we gonna keep being coy with him, or are we gonna get to the point?
This is up to you. I don't know.
What do you mean coy with me? The Burgomaster will say. Okay. I'm gonna be I think I'm going to be frank with you. The Burgomaster will say. Oh then, hello Frank. Irina will shake her head.
God damn it.
I just slipped some rice in his coffee.
So, I am the reincarnation of brother of Strahd, Sergei Zarovich. And
How to pull out a lovely silver coin?
buried within that gazebo within the wood, the structure is a blade I once wielded, at least the handle of it. And we kind of are going to need it out. The Burgomaster will say that would that gazebo will not survive that, no. The thing's fucking I've been wanting to condemn the thing myself, and someone's gonna get hurt if they are sitting under there when the thing falls apart.
We have two options then. And that second option comes with multiple different scenarios that we could go about that way.
Which is why we've come to you to discuss this matter. We're going to disguise it under an issue of repair, but perhaps condemning the thing, tearing it down, would be a better idea. Sure, the townsfolk will be upset, but I don't think that matters too much if you're there with us. Give approval for the thing. Maybe give a little bit of a speech. The Burgomaster will consider this for a moment.
When we were investigating the repairs and feasibility of it, it only got worse. It's about to come down pretty soon, whether we like it or not.
Yeah, that thing's fucked. We should just tear it down, can't you say? Can't you roll me a persuasion check? You were being helped by your ally.
It's not a natural, but it's 20.
He will consider for a moment. Just shake his head a little bit. I'll prepare a speech if we wanna. Yeah. I'll prepare a speech.
Now we have two options. We could make it look like an accident and like it was coming down anyways, which it is. Or we can be honest about it. Take your pick.
No, we're gonna be honest about it. I'm not gonna let my townsfolk. Come on, let's go.
Are we gonna mention the thing?
Nah. Should be alright.
What thing?
You know, the...
No, keep it going. Let's go. We got a meeting to hold with the town.
Yeah.
He has some of the guards go knock on the doors and calls together a town meeting. And after a couple minutes of giving a speech, he asks all of the townsfolk to just come recount some of their memories with the place, explaining to them the condition it's in and how unsafe it would be to let a structure like this continue standing, with a couple of people jotting down the architectural details of it for the eventual rebuild of the gazebo. And a bunch of people come up, and there's just like a group of 3 women who are just bawling their eyes out. No, we can't tear it down. I was wet under that wood. You see a
I
man
also
that's you
make
see a
a
man
blueprint out
comes
of it.
over, one of the old guards comes over and he just looks at it and just starts to tense up, and then you just hear and it's awkward moment as all of these townsfolk come recant their lives' tales around the thing. But the burgomaster kind of just picks up a rock and lightly tosses it, and it hits one of the little beams, and then the entire thing it just falls away all the way to the top, and then the gazebo just crumbles in on itself.
You say I made a good enough blueprint to be effective and help with that
Yes.
rebuild? Great.
And the burgomaster will walk over to the rubble, start digging through it, and pull up what you can now see is the handle of a bladed weapon and say, well, with this piece, we will be able to rebuild the gazebo, be just as glorious as it once was. I will keep this at my manor for safekeeping, he says, just like looking to you all. Now then,
Very well.
guards, go ahead and clean up the mess. We're going to finish lunch.
Now, when he pulled that out, it was still covered in garbage, of course, right?
Soot, yeah. But he did show it to the townsfolk to let them know that he's going to keep it in his manor.
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Yes.
Trying to see if he'll actually give it to us or is... Nope. Never mind.
All you know is he looked towards you guys when he said it. But the look in his face seems to be one of... He's holding one of the town's heirlooms. Well, y'all zip down back to Burger King. And the
Go from
burgomaster...
McDonald's to Burger King.
The burgomaster sets the handle of the blade down upon his table as he sits down.
Sir Holtz doesn't cry out to you.
It does, painfully so. This is mine. I wielded this thing. It used to have a beautiful crystal blade affixed to it, but that's long since been destroyed. But this is the Sun Sword.
We're gonna need every help we can get, right?
Yeah, we're probably also gonna need metal. I know it was made of crystal originally, but...
Is there any way I can reattach anything to this? I want to take some time with it if I'm allowed.
Anju speaks up and says, according to Twinkletoe's book, the, people have wielded this blade against him several times, and they didn't need anything. It just, emits, concentrated light of the sun that they use to fight against vampires. And
Can I do some insight check on the Burgermeister as he's in listening in?
yes. And Sir Holtz will approach as Irina will say, go on, pick it up, it's your blade.
Do I get advantage from the party? Anyone?
Anju is focused on the Strahd book, so they're not giving help.
I mean, Sirnesh could give you advantage, yeah.
The Burgomaster looks troubled about this situation, but It's kind of like an inevitable kind of thing behind his eyes. He feels like the situation is inevitable, but he doesn't like it.
Would you like me to make a copy in case the town has any concerns?
I would appreciate that, because otherwise it's going to be on me if this disappears. I took the brunt of their concern.
I'm gonna need some platinum and dark leather, maybe a little bit of iron.
I'll see what I can dig up. I know some people in town that have some platinum, and I know someone who works. I do know a woman who deals in dyes outside of Alaki. And Sir Holtz
I know. I
will-
just gave Sir Holtz quite a bit of gold or platinum.
He's transfixed on the thing, and Irina just motions, "Go on! Go on!" And he approaches it, and the Burgomaster just nods his head. "Go on. It's as you say in your Sergei's new body. It's yours." And he reaches to the blade. Takes the handle into his hands and raises it up to look it over. I'm filled with illumined dread when I pick this thing up. I know what this represents. I remember the people I vanquished in our holy crusades.
Holy Crusades, huh?
Do you need someone else to wield it? Is that...
No, we're gonna take this and strike down that bastard. There's just... I feel like the spark is missing from it. As he kind of now just focuses and closes his eyes, as there is a momentary flash of light across the blade, and a flash of light across his eyes, as just weakly a small little glimmer of glowing light appears from the tip of the handle, about half the length of a dagger. As he opens his eyes and the light fades from it, and that dissipates. Heard a voice in my head talking about renewing the life within, the fear it holds for Strahd. I guess I'm gonna join you guys today.
Donovan, right? Who has your amulet? Because that would definitely be another great boon in our fight.
The fucking depressed, those damn depressed revenants down in Argan's Vial or Argan's Bolt or Argan's House,
Bolt?
whatever that fucking place. Yeah, that one. I guess it was loaned. I don't know what idiot did that.
I think there's clear records that you did that, right?
Must have been my stupid fucking worthless son. Oh, Kazadan, why couldn't you have been my birth son instead of that worthless Erwin? Enough
Shall
of
you
that
try
nonsense.
and regain your battle powers against some, reclaiming lost property?
That's what I was doing, and then these fuckers stopped me on the road. I was going to Argan's Vault to demand my necklace back.
Yeah, but you shouldn't do that alone, Sir Holtz. Would you like to regain your battle
I'm
prowess?
not Sir Holtz. I'm Davian.
Yeah. No shit. That's why I'm talking to Sir Holtz. He's the one that can actually do something with us. How good are you in a fight right now?
Well, I'm
Jeez,
great.
killed first.
I'm great. How are you? You want to square up, motherfucker? I'm just saying.
teleport him outside.
Look, if
Davian,
you guys are gonna
enough.
Fight, take it outside.
Davian,
Jeez.
calm down. You're grumpy. You need breakfast. Whatever. And Sir Holtz will just nod and say, that seems to be the path we're gonna take then. So to Argan's Vault. What do you think, Sword? You think you'll find your light in that place? And he'll just like focus in for a second again, and there's just a small glow again, and he says, Davian's amulet is the what do you call that thing?
It's the holy symbol of Ravenkind. It carries within it a bright light of sun plucked from Lathander himself and granted to us to keep our family safe.
That would do it. I believe having both of these things in my possession, I get a feeling something pulls me towards the Abbey itself, but barring that, I think either going to the Abbey for whatever the sword's pulling me towards, or picking up the holy symbol of Ravenkind. So
You know
either
that
of
Abbey's
those
right
would.
there. You want to go now?
Not particularly. The abbot is a little expectant of you lot to bring him something, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
Well then, since from this day forward we're traveling together, I believe some formal introductions are due. Well met, all of you. You've known me as Sir Holtz, but it's been a long time since I've traveled under my real name. Sir Vasily von Holtz, at your service. It's my pleasure to travel with you.
We've all ate breakfast, right? We're just drinking coffee here at the Lord's house.
Okay, Victoria.
I've had breakfast, yeah?
We're gonna go on a little trip, and you can get us all those supplies ready for me to make the copy. Who's
Yes,
ready to
I
push on
can-
out?
I'll go ahead and get some platinum together. Sir Holtz, please, friend, you can call me Vasily from now on. Right. I take it you don't mind me stepping into your abode and taking whatever platinum I need? I don't mind it in the slightest. Take whatever you need. The townspeople. This is for them. This was an icon that gave them hope. So I wouldn't want to take their hope from them. So whatever you need to take it. We're gonna stop by my house before we go anyways, because I'm gonna fix that barrel onto my rifle, and we're gonna take it with us. So then, our next stop is Argan's Vault. And your friends along the way, maybe we can send a message to them somehow.
Yeah, we're getting my amulet back, that's for sure.
Kadoris, you said this mirror could talk to people, yeah?
Maybe. I'll spend some time identifying it to try and maybe decipher instructions. I don't know.
Yep, that'd be nice. Before, you try to use it, you know? And then suddenly, oh no, it blows up on our face.
Sir, we'll meet you back here when you're done installing the barrel, correct?
Yep, just gotta do a quick swap out. And, well. Come on, Vic, we have business at my house. Let's get to it. I'll pick out the things, I'll show you where to look, and I'll show you where my traps are, so you don't fucking lose a hand. I'd appreciate
we're a
that.
party now. So, who wants to go with them just to make sure nothing bad happens? If we're gonna split the party, we need more than one person gone.
I'll go with them and make sure nothing bad happens.
Any more volunteers?
I mean, I can go too, but I really want to find out what that mirror does.
Irina will say, "Don't you usually get messages from friends and then you slap their orb out of the air or whatever?"
Yeah. Usually, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Other people normally start the conversation. I don't have anything to reach out with.
But yeah, as Galtora said, usually they scry first and then whoop, they capture it.
Ritual casting identify on the mirror.
I believe you already learned about its properties before, right?
I don't think I've actually cast identify on it though.
All right, I'll write an item description down for it. I'll put that in my to-do.
All
I
right.
feel like it just became magical because he started attacking scry balls with it. So I think we
worked once.
inadvertently made a magical item, is how you described it.
Let me write down some notes really quick. I'm writing that they determined that the gazebo was an OSHA hazard.
We don't see no OSHA here.
Okay, we're caught up on notes. Messy, ugly, misspelled, but we're caught up.
Ooh-wee! We're gonna get my necklace back. Fuck yeah! Woohoo!
Unless we all die.
We're not gonna die. They're too depressed to put up a fight.
Until we start fighting them.
Exactly.
So then, let's make our preparations. We'll get ready to take to the road. We're going to the house. So yeah, they head off. Siranesh. You're sitting there for a moment and also making your preparations for travel along the road today. And you hear a little tickle in the back of your mind and a voice. Hey, buddy! And you do see a scry orb in front of you.
Hey, Keltoris, are you done with the mirror?
Yes, I magically remember the description of it, right? As I'm done after my 11-minute cast. And then we'll make it up later. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, I'll write it down in our book later.
Yeah.
Okay,
And that-
then yeah, I'm done with it. I know exactly what it does, and I tell you all about it.
And Siranesh grabs the mirror and grabs the scry orb.
And you slap the scry orb and it boom. And you see your buddy Clovis on the other end, sitting on Strahd's throne.
Oh,
His outfit looks a little bit bloodier than before, and he has dug up a crown from somewhere and is wearing it on his head. So, I got some grand news. We won our little skirmish up here. It was great. How'd you guys sleep?
well, after getting rid of Morgantha, I think we slept pretty well.
Oh yeah, I have a story about that. So apparently the other day, she comes running out of the fucking portal room, right? She comes running out of the fucking portal room, knocking shit over, yelling at people, trying to bark orders. She tried to get like 15 of my guys to go through that fucking portal again, and she was like, yeah, kill everyone on the fucking other side of this. And I was like, who the hell are you to tell my people what to do? And then she fucking stormed out of the castle like a bat out of hell. So that was what that was about? You guys beefed with her?
Yeah, we killed both of her sisters and then her.
Fuck
Siranesh.
yeah. I hated that crusty old hag.
We also burned the windmill down.
Oh yeah, that too.
Good, that thing's kind of an eyesore. I'm tired of looking at it. I mean, considering this is gonna be, my kingdom from now on, I kind of want things in the horizon that I actually want to look at. No?
Right. Thinking
So-
that eyesore was,
I have good news. No sign of the big man. I think he might be gone.
So does that mean we could actually leave Barovia?
Well, I think you need the approval from the Lord to do that, and seems like I'm the Lord now, so anytime you guys want to come by, I'll give you a little kiss on the wrist and you can be on your way. Or, before you do that, you guys can help me take care of a little problem I've got. You see, it's nice and comfortable, and I think I can do good work here, but Brutus still lives, and so do his little piss lord zealots. So, I kind of want you guys' help dealing with that problem.
Siranesh is just gonna look to the rest of you. Well, you want to
Where's
describe
he at
Brutus
and how
again?
soon?
Okay, so Brutus, he's a little gnome. He wears some real thick armor. You'd honestly think you were looking at a scrawny dwarf, but don't let his size deceive you. He is the strongest creature I've ever seen. I've seen him suplex a Goliath before.
And he's a fanged boy, correct?
Brutus, yeah.
Cyrnish has only seen one gnome, yeah?
Yes.
Is Clovis describing that gnome?
Down to a T. He gives you a description of like the armor he wields and the approximate people that he would be traveling with as some of his highest command, and they were traveling along with him too.
Well, Kaltoris, I believe you've already seen him. Remember when we were crossing the river to get here?
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, that gnome that was off by the bridge near
Yeah,
Velaki.
yeah, that's the one. He was recently at Velaki, you know. We had a little bit of a scuffle there too. Kinda a lot of drama going on. Kinda had to have a big little fucking... I had to kind of kick him out of Velaki, because, you know, Velaki belongs to me and Miss Wakta now.
Oh,
What's her chain of command looking like right now?
Oh, by the way, I just wanted to let you know, in case you guys, you know, maybe a little minor faux pas. If you guys were to approach Velaki and try to call it as such, they would recognize that as a sign that you're to be killed. So, from now, you need to call it by its new name. They're calling it the city of Wachovia now.
Wachovia.
Yeah, after Lady Wakta. She got kind of tired of, you know, thinking about the Valak family anytime she hears the name of the city, so she's named it after herself. How quaint.
well,
What's her chain of command looking like? It's completely stable over there, right?
Oh yeah, it's under control. Wachovia is looking great right now, all things considered. There's just a little bit of damage. Things are getting repaired last I checked, and some of the men that I have posted in Wachovia have successfully repaired Brutus's forces and kicked the Oathsworn out. So it's just her guards and my vampires.
So if we start walking around town, and some of their her generals are walking around, who do we not want to piss off?
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Miss Wakta's kinda real anti you guys, anti Irina and all of that. But I think I can probably sweet talk her into not killing you guys on sight.
so instead
That
it's gonna be
is
imprisonment.
That is, if you guys agree to take my side on this whole business. Because, you know, I need allies, and you guys are capable. And hey, I stuck my neck out for you guys to help you get Kazadan's wife back, remember? Remember me?
We do have
Trying
to
to-
take care of some business that will make our life easier. So that shouldn't take too long. And then we can I look around. Do we have any problems helping him out?
I don't think so. I mean,
2 days maybe before we'll be able to take on your task?
Oh yeah, I don't have a... I'll let you know if a time crunch shows up. I just want assurance that, you know, we're gonna be allies in this matter.
I do not see any problems with that in the foreseeable future.
Fuck yes. Let's fucking go. And you know what? Me and you, we can catch up on that fucking gun date that we were supposed to have.
Yeah, how's that vault looking? What's all in there?
Oh my god, man. So you wouldn't believe the traps he has down there. I lost some men trying to fucking raid that place, so I've left it alone for the moment.
is he actually telling the truth about that, or?
What about stuff that's just laying around because he doesn't care about it, or he doesn't think anyone would try and rob him? I'm sure he's got something like that just laying around, like on a suit of armor
Let's see.
in his study. I would have
Ooh.
helped if I was able to.
Nash, you don't get any vibe that he's lying to you.
All right. No vibe that he's thinking we're suckers either, or
You don't pick up on that either.
What about my question on just random suits of armor, stuff like that?
Yeah, the big man does keep a suit of armor in his personal quarters.
So if he were to come back, where do you think the first place is that he would go?
He would go get that fucking set of armor. He would probably put it
Yeah.
on, and then he'd probably go start smashing the heads of the nearest person he saw.
Have you thought about moving that around and not leaving it easily accessible for him? Or anyone for that matter?
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm kind of convinced he's dead. I mean, you guys mentioned that, like, a god or something came here when your friend died and summoned, like, his god, and his god, like, killed him or something?
I have no idea what exactly happened, so I think you should take all precautions and be safe.
I think it was just a bright light and he vanished. All right.
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't get in over my head on this. As he just kind of, like, looks up and adjusts the crown he's now wearing.
I'm just saying, take more precautions. It never hurts.
Where would you put that suit of armor?
I'm looking at our party. Who would it fit, honestly? Would it fit maybe Sir Holtz? I'm thinking to myself. Could you show it to me? Maybe give me some ideas?
I mean, it's a real nice set of armor. This it's apparently, I mean, it's like yay high. It's about him sized, but the stuff, I think it's magical, so it'll like affix itself to whoever puts it on.
Honestly, we're might be good with us. If he comes at us, we'll either have it against him, or well, he'll kill us, and then we won't have to worry about it anymore.
Our future self.
All right, then we are definitely gonna arrange a meeting pretty soon.
But for now, get it out of his bedroom. Like, what's opposite of his bedroom in the castle? Like, on the opposite side of the castle.
He takes a big swig of alcohol out of a mug and is like, huh?
So, you got his bedroom. What's on the opposite side of his bedroom?
Like another bedroom, I think.
The complete opposite side of the castle.
Complete
sure you can
opposite side
manage
of
it.
the castle. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, you guys, if you travel, you guys are gonna travel to Wachovia sometime soon, right? There's there's literally like a two-way teleportation from the castle to Wachovia.
Oh,
So like, you guys head there, and we can fucking meet up. You guys can come here, pick it up, safeguard it for me, and then we can discuss, our little Brutus problem.
You got any other ones in the area that you're willing to tell us about?
Any other whats?
Teleporters. We might be closer to another one.
You
I pull
guys
out the
were
map
at
and start marking these off.
you guys were at Salinka Pass, right?
A while back, yeah.
In the basement of the dungeon under Salinka Pass, there's a teleporter there. Leads directly to the teleport room.
When I pull out our map, does it mark these off?
Yes.
Cool.
What about Argensvostold?
Let me read the book. If only we had a little AI that was just overhearing and preparing all the...
Right? That'd be nice.
What about the Bone Grinder, Kresk? You said there was already one in
Salinka Pass.
Wachovia, Salinka Pass.
Knowing Strahd.
What about the remains of Barovia?
Hold on. Thing at a time.
I don't want to tell them where we're at, but I want to like start listing off places.
All right, so in Wachovia, you remember in Wachovia there was a coffin maker? The basement of the coffin maker shop was where one of the teleports was.
Okay.
Have you guys been further than Salinka Pass? Like, have y'all traveled up to the Ember Temple? I hope you haven't. That place sucks.
We have a map.
Well, there's one right at the entrance to the Amber Temple. Or I don't know if it goes to the entrance or into the Amber Temple. I just know it goes there. I've never been there myself. Oh, wait a minute. You guys are in Kresk, right?
We've been there.
You've been to Kresk. Well, if you ever head up to the Abbey of St. Markovia, apparently there's a teleport there, but it's been ages since I've been. This one just goes down into the dungeon. That's bull. And North Tower Peak. What the fuck is a North Tower Peak? Anyways, one of them comes to like a study area inside the castle. That's kind of a boring one, but otherwise it's just all over the place.
If I say there's a teleport circle to the map at North or wherever, and you said what, North Circle Peak? Does that update on the map?
Our magical map of Barovia?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm aiming at here.
North Tower Peak of Castle Ravenloft.
I say that to the map and start pointing it out. What appears?
Let's go to the map and decorate it.
Do you think we're getting to our goal tonight?
Yes, we're ending soon.
So that's a no.
What's your goal?
Go kill ghosts. Get a necklace.
Oh yeah, Liang, you fully died. Oh heck. Oh heck, this thing's running out of juice. I'll call you guys back later, okay?
All right.
And he it
Alright,
disappears
guys,
out
are
of
we
the
heading
mirror.
up to the retrieval of the necklace?
Yeah, I think we head to Argon's Vostold, and then we get to Valaki. Or I'm sorry,
Wachovia.
Wachovia.
Don't forget that. I don't want to have to fight people that I don't want to have to fight.
Personally, I don't want to be hanged. All right. They've already tried it on me once.
Really wanted to see how the town was faring in their leadership roles.
I mean, we could, I suppose, but
I wanted to see their progress, if you catch my drift.
right.
Well, luckily for us, the same road that leads to Valaki is relatively close to
Wachovia.
Wachovia. Attention.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be pretentious than dead. So, just a quick catch up, guys. None of us actually think he's dead, right?
Who? That bastard? No.
Twinkle Toes. Yeah, there's no way it was that easy of one sacrifice to get rid of him permanently. So let's take
Yeah.
the time when we got the chance and let's run to Argon's fastest.
Yeah, gather everything up.
Let's go over to Sir Holtz and collect him.
Yep, and then head over to Argon's Vostold, and you know, this would be a great time to explore Castle Ravenloft in all its glory.
Yes, that's what our end goal is, but I would still like to be as prepared as possible.
Obviously. It's a shame
So
enchanting
then
bullets take
to
time.
Argensvold first?
No, to Sir Holt's house first, and then Argonvost.
Angie will just kind of be like, hey guys, I'm kind of hungry. As in, like, I need to
Again?
eat. Like, fresh food.
You fresh food or us fresh food?
Like a wild animal or something.
We can try and hunt on our way.
Yay, but I get a little angsty when I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
Sir
Sure.
Holtz, do you got any wild game?
You guys get to their house and they're digging through the stuff and just
Before
having a
this.
little. Yep.
Consider us separate and try to get like another healer's kit, or like a refill of it.
Yeah.
Get a
Go ahead and
couple.
make me an investigation check of just the general people around. You do get pointed to that lady's house that apparently was like helping her neighbor. Ona or Ova. Ona? Ona. I don't remember how it was properly.
Ona.
Ona. Oma.
Yeah, sure, we'll go with Ona or Oma.
She doesn't even remember the dementia, I tell ya. But you knock on her door and she's like, ah!
Oh,
Oh!
hi, yeah.
Oh, I'm never did get to properly repay you, but I don't really have gold. But I do happen to have this fresh healer's kit. I don't think it'd be very useful, though. Maybe I can find something better.
You know what? That'll be fine. I'll happily take that healer's kit.
Ooh, I have better gifts I could give you than a measly healer's kit.
And she
You
just
know-
chunks it to the ground, and you hear the stuff inside jostle around a little bit.
Can Cyranish catch it? Oh no, I insist, please.
Make a dexterity check real quick, or athletics.
Oof.
Is a pretty sloppy catch, but she didn't throw it that far.
Oh, I insist. You need like a gold ring or something.
And she's just off looking for something, and after like a minute or two, you kind of get the vibe that she's forgotten about you.
Alright, Cyranish is gonna leave like a gold piece. And be on his way. There we are. And it's fresh, absolutely pristine, 10 full uses.
Looking over it, it's got about 4 uses.
Well, I mean, shame she broke a bottle, but oh well.
The
Sweet.
bottle that was specifically broken was like labeled like grand healing potion used in case of emergency.
Fuck! And then he's gonna lag behind everyone to Sir Holtz's. Just making sure everything's there.
And you guys get to Sir Holtz's house. He has his rifle put together, which he's using a Verfer that he's affixed that flaming barrel to, and just looking over it some final times, and he picks up an overcoat off of the wall and goes over just to look himself in the mirror for a moment, and then takes an ornate tricone hat off of the wall, sets it on his head. Well then, it's time we take to the road again. The hero I always was. That I've been tried to live a quiet life. Quiet. Now is the time to act. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, let's be off.
And off we go.
And off to see the ghosts?
We're off to see the wizard. The horrible wizards of therapy.
Where are we going on the map that we have on?
If you're going to Argensvant, you're going there.
I asked Sir Holtz if he had any wild game.
I don't keep. Nay, I don't
then
really
I
keep a wild game on me, so we might have to hunt as we go.
Yup, I'm keeping it heavy. Look at Kenji needs some food pretty bad. I feel like Kenji would be trying to help us look for his meal as well, right? Or her meal? Yeah, I changed it.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you guys find some wild game.
I aim to shoot.
We have Davian with us, yeah?
Of course you have me with ya. Oh, you would have thought I wouldn't miss this for a... Oh, what's a majiggy?
No, we're not stopping for McDonald's.
Ugh. Fine.
I take it a natural 20 hits whatever wild game I am aiming at.
So, as you guys start your travel and you get to the base here, there's just a very, very, very apparent warmth on your guys' backs. And as you turn around to look westward, you see that all of the mists have pretty much cleared up in that area, and you see looming in the sky high above a bright, glowing solar body. And you feel the warmth of it beaming down on your faces. And looking down towards that path, you can see beyond the wall of mist.
Shit, guys, does this change our plans at all?
Do we want to try and actually leave, or?
Out that way? Out through the west?
Yeah.
That's not the direction of the necklace, but I won't stop anybody who wants to take a chance.
How far away does it look?
At 1.8 miles.
I pull out the scope and take a hard look. Does anything change with a closer look at it?
Through a scope, not too much of a change. You just can see a little bit clearer. That road continues off a little bit past, and then it hooks a little bit southward. And then you can no longer see past the tree line, but you've definitely seen further beyond the mists than you've ever seen looking through a scope there.
Would I have any idea where that leads off to on the grand map of the world?
No, not a clue.
You guys know where that leads off to?
Would Cyranash?
You guys came in from way over that away. So your assumption along the path you traveled along the Sword Coast. Let me pull up a Sword Coast map real quick, since that's where most of y'all came from, other than like Kanju and Liang.
I mean, just one of us could probably go. Then, if it doesn't pan out, we could either meet back up in Kresk or Wachovia.
And traveling along with you guys, Pasha, who's been as quiet as they've always been ever since their friend was slain, will just kind of look off that way and say, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Fuck this place. I'm done. Have fun with your vampire quest. And Pasha will start walking that way. If it doesn't work, I'll tell you.
All right.
I feel like if it doesn't work, we'll now does she like explode or something?
Where are you gonna meet us back?
This place is safe enough, so if I get turned around, I'll just walk back along the road and head back to Kresk.
All right. We'll see you then. If we see you.
If
Good
we
luck.
do. If you get the chance, kill that bastard. And Pasha parts ways. Alright. You guys begin your 2-hour journey. You successfully hunt down a small deer. I would say it's a poodoo, so it's like an itty bitty deer, and Kanji just snacks on it as you guys go. And I will need a head and tail perception check as we hit this crossroad.
Saranesh is the head.
Mid.
I'll be the tail. Oh, my shoes weren't tied, so I focused on that instead.
You don't see it, but you do hear a whoosh overhead, Siranesh, of wings.
Like dragon whooshing of wings, or
You get startled, and up above you, you do look, and there is a blue shape that is flying that away. And if you look, you do see that there's a rider on its back. So
Ominous.
Esmeralda's still kicking, and so is Fang.
Oh, that's good.
And as you guys get to this crossroad, make me another perception check.
Stop looking at your feet. I'll help you out this time.
Siranesh. You see oath-sworn soldiers that are traveling along the road towards you guys. And it doesn't look like they've seen you yet.
We're not friends with the Oathsworn, are we, guys?
No, forced now. Ambush Yarno.
Oh, yeah, let's try and ambush them.
All right.
These are the ones that have the electric halberds, right?
Okay.
You ready to be back in action, good sir?
As good
Just
of a
know
time
they
as
have-
any.
Just know they have lightning magic.
And they
Lightning
can
magic.
freeze you in place for a long time.
Yeah.
Are we gonna hide and let them pass, or are we gonna hide, get the drop on them?
I want to hide and get the drop on them.
Yeah. Give them a surprise.
Better thin out the numbers while we can.
Siranesh, there's about 7 of them that you could see.
Do they look
I
heavily
pull out my
armored?
cannon and give us all temp HP.
That question again?
Do they look heavily armored? Like, how many are heavily armored? How many are
4 heavily
moderately
armored, 3 lightly armored.
All right. Siranesh is gonna pick a nice spot in the tree line with his perception check, so everyone can hide nice and neat. Preferably the ranged guys in the back, and he's gonna tell them to pick off the lightly armored guys because those are probably mages.
Do we want to get on 2 different sides of the road?
Yeah, we can. I say, yeah, I'll be on the north side. Trying to tuck their attention, you know. And before I go off, here, and I'm gonna hand 6 healing potions to Kaltoris. Take 5 other people and go south.
I will take Sir Holtz and give him 3 of those. Who else is good with melee?
Oh, okay. I guess it's not north, but more east and west.
Victoria, you want to note that down on his sheet?
Speaking of that, we are going to have prep work. I believe we will take this point to make your strategic battle plans, and then I will get us a map throughout the course of the week. We can pick back up on this combat when you guys are all together again.
I mean, we're just splitting up the road.
Yeah, but I got prep work.
I know.
And we're only 15 minutes from normal end time anyway.
All right, so who's east, who's west?
Me and Sir Holt are in one direction.
We'll say you two are west. I'll be on the east side.
Val, where are you? Combat. Along the road? So then you're probably going to act as like fractionary. All of the Oathsworn will see you and start moving to you. Gotcha. Nice.
You should probably have Kanju over there,
With
and then
Cyrano?
we can split up the couple.
I'll be on the east side so that we can have a risk of friendly fire.
We're on the world map.
Yeah, we're on the world map. We are at the target. About right here. Yep. Kanju and Siranash are going east. Keltoris and Sir Holtz are going west. Pick a side. And Val is going to be north to be distraction.
We should have 1 or 2 melees with us so that we don't get swamped.
Those will Lena and myself. Davian, stay to the east to keep them safe. Yep.
Let's see what you're actually made of.
Okay, I've got your stuff all in order there.
All right, and who else is going west with Keltoris and Sir Holtz?
The couple.
Lena and Kaz.
All right. So east, where's Irina going?
Irina will go east since there's 4 west.
All right. Is that everyone? We got Siranash, Kanju, Davi, and Irina in the east. We got Sir Holtz, Keltoris, Lena, and Kaz in the west. And Val in the north. We're missing Liang.
Where do you want to be, Liang?
Maybe in the middle of the road as well.
Someone text it to him just in case he didn't hear. Or can read when he gets back. I am currently doing notes. My apologies.
Okay, so you're gonna be distraction with Val?
Alright, I got stuff down. All I gotta do is take a couple more notes. We're going to end the stream here. So thank you for anybody who tuned in and listened with us. And I am once again asking for your forgiveness in that this is not a stream in which we interact with an audience. Thank you if you did decide to listen in, and in the future we'll make things look prettier, but that time is not now, so